Let's start with Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn seems to be the one that everybody loves, man. I love Dan Quinn. When Mike McCarthy talks, I go, I guess I'll listen maybe for the show. When Kellen talks, I'll go, all right, well, we'll find a little clip. But when Dan talks, I put my whole face in my hand and I just listen just like this, Master Will. I just love to hear what Dan Quinn says. He gives these long, thoughtful answers. He don't just kind of half-ass the answers or whatever. And we really get good information from him. Here's Dan Quinn kind of talking about rookie camp and the guys that he's, working with right now and working with the whole Sam D. Williams thing.
This is usually one of my more favorite weekends, through the NFL and getting to be a part of the guy's first entry into the NFL. And it's like for as long as I can remember from my first year coming into the NFL of, going to your first mini camp and being part of a team again. So I've just loved it. So what are we looking for, from not just Sam, but from a lot of the guys, was just to see their movements and get a chance to see what they can do. And I think that's kind of what this first, 3 days are about, to find unique traits. And then it's up to us to find the traits that a player has. Okay, this is how we feature them. And so to me, the evaluation is now, and then it goes in through the OTAs, and then there's another part of it that goes into camp. But one thing we do know for sure, there's speed and there's explosiveness and get off all the things you look for in a rush. But past that, that's now I'm just trying to find right side, left side, inside, outside. And so I'll try some new jobs, some new positions. Some will work well, some won't. And then, but I like to do those projects now and in the spring to find out what a guy can do. And so I have a, high, standard for what I think he can do, but it'll take a while to, get to know him and inside out and all the things, unique stuff that he has.
I think this is always important, man. We always talk about Dan Quinn. We talk about the dude that he is. We always talk about, what makes a good coach? What makes him better than some of the last guys that we had? Why was, Mike Nolan so immediately trashed when he came in? Like, of course, there's an acclimation period, but why is Mike Nolan immediately trashed, but Dan Quinn is immediately effective? Why? Right? We ask these questions all the time. Dan Quinn has a plan. We always say this in Cowboy Nation or whatnot. We always talk about it, him having a plan. But I think this clip really sums up what we mean when we say things like that, right? Dan said, hey, man, look, we're going to bring these guys in. I want to know what you can do. I want to know if you good versus the run. If you bad versus the run, you good versus the pass. How big are you? We're going to do this, going to do this. And I want to see how you fit with this specific thing that we want to do. I want to take your skills and I want to tailor it specifically to what we're doing here. So instead of just saying, all right, Sam Billy D. Williams, you have this long list of things that you're responsible for. And for a player like Sam Billy D. Williams, that may not be the best for him. But if you're Dan Quinn and you have this very particular thing that you want Sam to do, you basically cut his playbook down to a 16th almost. Sam, you're only going to do this. And this is going to make it very easy for you. So all you got to do is go out there and fly. I'm not going to put you on the field in a situation that you're not going to be good at, that you're not going to be familiar with. I want you only, and Sam's job could be, hey, on these third and longs, go, pin your ears back and go. I don't want you thinking, go. So I just thought that was super important, super insightful for Dan Quinn and his thought process. And he said this is his favorite time of the year, right? This is when he's most excited, to get the new groceries, like Parcells would say. Y'all love to talk about Jimmy Johnson. I wasn't outside. I'm more of a Parcells guy. The groceries, right? Dan Quinn wants to get them hands on them groceries, man, so he can know what's going to be the best for the dish. Will, did you have something on that?
No, I saw Jose said Dan is a great coordinator, and that's about it. I would add great teacher in there as well, and that comes from the players. The players talk about that. Last year, RG talked about it. Micah constantly talked about Dan Quinn being a great teacher, and that's going to be important for a guy like Sam who's still learning and developing football, period. Forget pass rusher. And that's why it's important to put him in the best positions early and let him succeed in that way and worry about the development aspect later on.